The Dragon Form, Bruce Lee, a story of fire, water, and immortality. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a man who shattered barriers with a single kick. A philosopher who fought with his fists and his mind. A star whose light burned so brightly, it still illuminates the world half a century later. That man was Bruce Lee. But to tell his story is to tell two stories. One of a body in relentless motion, the other of a mind in fearless evolution. This is the journey of how they fused into an unstoppable force. Story not of a life lived, but of a dragon form achieved. He was born Lee Junfan in 1940, in the hour of the dragon in San Francisco. But his soul was forged in the kinetic crucible of post-war Hong Kong. By 6, he was a child actor. By 18, a street fighter. His roles mirrored his life. The spunky, scrappy kid. But a brutal loss in a gang fight revealed a hard truth. Raw anger was not enough. It led him to the calm eye of the storm. Master IP man and the disciplined science of Wing Chun. Yet, even as he mastered form, he chafed against it. He was a dancer who won Cha-Cha championships. A thinker who devoured philosophy. Hong Kong's chaos was his first teacher, but its walls could not hold him. After a fight with a triad son, his family sent him away with $100 back to America, not as a failure, but as a seed cast onto new soil. Seattle, the 1960s. While America convulsed with change, Bruce Lee became his own revolution. At university, he studied philosophy, asking the great question.
Might sound you do not have style. If you just say, well, here I am, you know, as a human being, how can I express myself? Totally and completely. Now, that way, you won't create a style, because style is a crystallization, you know. I mean, that way, it's a process of continuing.
In his garage, he practiced answers with his fists. He saw the hypocrisy of tradition schools that refused to teach outsiders. So he opened his doors to all. He dissected boxing footwork, fencing strategy,
Oh man,
the grace
you flow
of a
to
dancer.
evade and find your opening. I slide to create mine. My shuffle is just a step and slide, so I control the distance, draw
From
your
this
lead.
alchemy, a new principle was born. Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist. It was not a new style, but a liberation from style. Absorb what is useful, he declared. Discard what is not. And what is uniquely your own. His famous mantra, be water, my friend. Empty your mind. Be formless, adapt, flow. It was a philosophy for the fight, and for a life lived without limits. Hollywood saw the lightning, but misunderstood the storm. As Kato in the Green Hornet, he was a sensation in a mask. But off screen, he was a man told he was too Asian to leave. The studio system's gates were steel. So, Bruce Lee did what water does. He found another path. He returned to Hong Kong, not in defeat, but as a conqueror in waiting. And the world cracked open. The Big Boss 1970. Raw, explosive fury. A sleeping dragon awakening. Fist of Fury 19. Director, star, choreographer. He showed his humor, his charm, and gave us the Colosseum. The showdown with Chuck Norris wasn't just a brawl. It was a brutal, beautiful chess match, the ultimate expression of Jeet Kune Do screen. And then, the bridge between all worlds. Enter the Dragon 1973, a Shaolin monk turned spy. A tournament on a secret island. It was the perfect vessel for his global message. The final battle in the Hall of Mirrors is his entire philosophy made visual. To defeat your enemy, you must first see through all illusion, especially your own. Tragedy struck on July 20th, 1973. The Dragon's Flame was extinguished at just 32. He never saw his masterpiece conquer the globe, but a flame that bright cannot be put out. It only transforms. Bruce Lee was gone, but the dragon form was now complete. His legacy is not a monument, but a living current. He is in the DNA of every action hero. The speed, the precision, the charismatic grace in every superhero film and video game. He is the spiritual godfather of the UFC. His idea of style without style is the very soul of mixed martial arts. He shattered the cage of stereotype. He was the first global Asian superstar, not a sidekick or a villain, but the undisputed hero, intelligent, righteous, and powerful. And his philosophy flows far beyond the dojo. Be Water is a mantra for the entrepreneur, the artist, the outsider. It is a call to adaptability, resilience, and authentic self-expression. He lived at the perfect pivot point of history between East and West, tradition and modernity. He took the fire of street fights and the pain of exclusion, and through sheer will and intellect, forged them into a philosophy of boundless freedom. Bruce Lee didn't just make movies. He engineered a myth for the modern age. He taught us that the highest art is not to imitate a master, but to discover the master within yourself. To be formless, to be shapeless, to be like water. And in doing so, he became eternal. Thank you. If this story inspired you, please like, comment,